Hey everyone, welcome to Crossroads PlayStation Podcast for Boss Rush Games. I am, of course, LeRon Dawkins, and of course, the squad is all here with me. Yes, full house tonight. The squad's back. Everyone say hello to Nellie.
Hi.
Austin.
What's up?
And, you know what? I gave this guy a nickname, and I'd be remiss if I did not use it tonight. So
I called and thanked you for it too.
everyone say hello to our resident disc golf master, Chris True.
That is indeed me, friends. Glad to be here, as always.
How is everybody tonight? How is everyone?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a little bit of a food coma. I had too much starch in one meal.
You had too much starch in one meal? Oh boy,
I'm paid for it.
So you're just gonna be zoning out there. Oh wait. You're gluten intolerant.
Oh no, well, it's a starch, right? I ate a baked potato.
Oh.
I ate a big load of baked potato.
Okay.
Yeah.
100% worth it, I am sure.
Yeah.
It's 100% worth it. I got you know, got the olive oil in there, the butter in there, the salt in there. I got some cheese, some bacon, some ranch. Put it all together, man. It's good stuff.
Basically, you put yourself in the hurt locker of a damn baked potato. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. There's no shade in my comment there. I appreciate it.
I do it for myself. I do it for me. I only have loyalty to me, and that's what.
I might get off camera and throw a baked potato in the oven. I'm
Lord!
serious.
Oh Lord!
Right?
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Doing well. Glad
Cool.
to be here.
Cool.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, we missed you last week, man.
Yeah, it was a bit of an interesting week.
Yeah, you and I live in the same town, so I know exactly why your week was interesting.
So, for those of you who have heard me use profanity in public and on here, I'm a teacher, and that means I work in a school. And schools are they should have never been a hot button topic, but they are specifically right now. But last week, I teach in the same district as the shooting that occurred at Heritage High School, which obviously I'm not in that school building, so it didn't that one didn't directly affect me. But there have been threats and other things that do affect every school in the district. It happens all the time, more than people actually think. And it's in that particular instant, while I wasn't in that school, I still had to deal with students who had brothers or cousins that may be in that school, or sisters or somebody. And the stuff coming out initially was just horrific stuff, because it's anything that happens, there's always misinformation. Every time. And so, especially when news is going ear to ear and people are working really hard to figure things out and make everybody safe in a situation that is 100% unsafe, and in any school, right? Because you have people who can panic. You have kids who can be afraid. And it turned out that it was it was only injuries, nobody died, but everybody in that school was fucking affected by that. They either saw their classmate be shot, heard their classmate be shot, or had to hide in a closet from somebody who had a gun in a school, which is absolutely, completely absurd. And even not being in that school, when things like that hit Twitter, it just says Newport News.
Yeah.
So, and people in the area, right? Like my wife's lead teacher, she's a teacher too, comes in and says, "Hey, did you hear about the shooting in Newport News?" And then my wife can't get me on the phone for 3 minutes because I'm moving kids, right? People don't think about all the shit and the trauma that goes on with that, and that's just so people can have guns because America, right? That's some bullshit. Like it really is. We shouldn't have to be afraid to be in school. We shouldn't have to be afraid anywhere, right? And you have so many people who are like, well, why don't you just arm the teachers? Which is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard in my entire life. Anybody who has ever said that's a good idea has clearly never been in a school since probably the 6th or 7th grade. But seriously, it is a terrible idea. The hallways are packed, especially in a panic, and then you're going to try to arm people who aren't, many of whom are sometimes smaller than a lot of the students, can't see, or aren't, trained, or aren't comfortable with that, but may be able to hit a target, but may not be able to shoot a student, somebody that they know, somebody that they have spent their entire year loving. And there's too much of this shit. Like, I know we get political on here on occasion, but this is something that's it's really fucked with me, because we're not doing anything about it. And when we decided we weren't going to do anything about it in this country in 2012, when 26 small fucking kids died in a school, and we were like, them's the breaks, I guess. Freedom. 26 5 and 6 year olds. It is so bad that things like that are being spun out of control by assholes like Alex Jones, who want to say that they're crisis actors and it didn't happen, blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit. That has real-time effects on real-time people. There are people who can't go see their children's graves because of that man. Like, that should be remembered. That should be on his fucking tombstone. But I shouldn't feel unsafe going to work. I'm not a police officer. I'm not in the military. Guns being on premises shouldn't be something I worry about.
Yeah.
But I do. All of the time. So much so that when I was in Food Lion, after everything was going on, I stood with my back to the store, looking out the front window, thinking, "Man, somebody could just drive by here, and that'd be it."
Yeah, you have you wind up manifesting a new type of PTSD now.
And I shit you not, because fucking this year hates me. There was a shooting just on my front step yesterday, and I don't live in a bad neighborhood. At 2 or 3 in the morning, I slept through it because I grew up around a bunch of rednecks. So hearing guns in the middle of the night was not a big deal until you're living in a city, and gunshots is bad.
Right.
Police officers everywhere, and this is not the first time it's happened. It happened almost exactly a year ago, and it's only getting worse. The violence is only going to get worse, and our politicians do nothing because money. And it sounds good for one side to say something, because if you lose that talking point, you lose that talking point. You can't get elected on it again. So there's no real motivation to enact change, and body count's a body count when it comes to dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
Again, at the end of the day, all I want to do is make sure that our next generation gets to the position where they can have a future. And it's hard to do that when they get shot in their desks.
Yeah, all I know for sure.
So how was everybody else's week? And that's just outside of the normal shit that comes with being a teacher. Fucking TikTok is the worst. I know we're going down this road. So now the big thing is stealing shit in the bathrooms, soap dispensers, toilets, entire toilets. There's gonna be an entire generation of children walking around with pink eye. I don't know, Mom. I don't know how I get it.
Hey.
Because TikTok says so. It's a challenge. They videotape themselves. They put themselves on their own TikToks. I cannot explain it to you. I can't. I love every child that comes into my room. I really do. Mm-hmm. Because every child is unique, and the fact that I get to spend so much time with what are going to be future leaders of this country, and I get to play a little bit of a role in that, right? But I need them to get there, not on TikTok. And now to video games.
And then people be like, "Have you seen this on TikTok? And have you seen that on TikTok?" I'm like, I don't even do TikTok, so.
Right? It's one of the things. It's actually run by China.
I like to watch. I don't do TikToks. I like to watch TikToks though.
I do like to watch office finds on TikTok, or people's desk setups. I like stuff like that. But I've seen some of the dumbest things. First of all, that little crate challenge. I don't know if that's already. I'm like, what is? going through your mind to do something like that. So
They were thinking, hey, the hospitals aren't packed enough. Let's see what we can do. They need something to do. I've seen some brutal ones.
Honestly, I know one person who probably could complete the crate challenge, but that's about it.
Man, TikTok. I don't watch TikTok, but I have two women in my life that give me TikToks, and you might be wondering, wait, one is probably Katie. Who's the other? Well, the other one is her name is Christina Pazitsky, and she's Tom Segura's wife, and they have a show, and she just shows them like the most random TikToks of mostly crazy people, mostly people who are really on drugs, really on drugs. And it's entertaining for that part, but that's the only two TikToks I watch is whatever Katie sends me, whatever she puts on the show, and so that's all my TikTok. Which, if I had a TikTok of just watching what those two people show me, someone would probably put me in a mental institute for all the stuff that I see on there.
TikTok is brutal.
But
so, guys, there was a Nintendo Direct last week. I know this is the PlayStation show, but do we feel like we want to talk about it?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I watched it and I was like, I guess I'll buy a Switch.
Okay. Oh, well, oh, wait, you actually bought a Switch though, didn't you?
I did. I fucked up and I ordered a pre-owned one through GameStop. That was my first mistake. Because I'm an idiot, LeRon. You know that.
Why? Number one, why are you still shopping at? Ugh.
Because sometimes I have credit there and I use it, and otherwise it just existed. It was easy. It was easy. What? Sometimes you just got to go back. You just got to get one more, just a little bit more. But no, it was a terrible mistake, and one I will not be repeating. Just because, like, literally, I ordered a used Switch Lite, the coral one, because I like pink. I ended up with turquoise, which matches my guitar. It's way cooler, anyways. I bought a new one because it was in like pieces. Like,
wait, what?
It was in
wait,
pieces.
What?
Like the little rubber things that go on the joystick was just off. It was like they were like, oh, fine, let's just I can it stays there when it's there. Like that should work.
Chris, remember the days working for me as a store manager, and I'd be like, if it's like 5% defective, we either knock them or we don't take the trade in. Remember those days?
Those are way over when we took pride in the work that we did while we were goofing off in the video game store.
Because I'd be damned if I was going to process a damn refund because somebody got a subpar system. And number one, that shit burns me up.
Oh, dude, it was hard to return. The guy was like, I don't know how to do this. It won't take it on computer. And I was like, hey, man, can you just call somebody? So he called him. It figured out. And I don't know if the person was new or not. He was a super nice guy. So I'm like not trying to shit on him at all. But I was having none of it. I was like, dude, come on. Like, you're going to make me ship it all the way back and then have to go through this entire process to maybe get one that looks just like it? I want a new one. Let's just do it.
Wait, so he was having a hard time processing an online refund?
Yeah. I got it online.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Okay.
Like, if you don't get them all the time, it's a pain. But it was just annoying, man. But I got it. I got it based on the Direct, and that I'm excited about. Like, it took through Metroid to get me. But they got me to buy a Switch based on a Metroid and the Nintendo 64 games. Fuck yeah!
I was gonna ask what was the part that sold you?
Plus the Sega Genesis games.
Oh, that too. Oh, I was big into the Genesis. I had the Genesis, the CD, and the 32X. I looked at my wife. I was like, I'm gonna spend some money.
All right, so the Nintendo Direct, there was 28 games announced or featured during the Direct. Not all of them were new games. Some of them we had seen before. Some of them also got updates for things that were going on. I am just going to rapid fire this list real fast. We have Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which is the expansion to Monster Hunter Rise, which is coming out, which is what all the pro Monster Hunter players want. Then we got Mario Party Superstars, which we've already seen before. We have Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. Disco Elysium, The Final Cut, That's finally coming out on Switch. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity gets an expansion pass. Chocobo GP from Square Enix is basically Final Fantasy freaking Mario Kart. That's the best way to describe that. We've got Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which is an open world, which is it looks like an open world RPG set in the universe of Kirby.
I'm pretty excited about that. That one looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Mario Golf Super Rush is getting new content. We've got Disney Magical World 2, the Enchanted Edition. That's all I'm going to say on that. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is coming to the Switch, but it is the original one, is not the remake that PlayStation and PC are getting next year. Just sink that in. Then Dying Light 2 got some announcements. We got Dying Light 2 Stay Human, the Cloud Edition, as well as Dying Light, the Platinum Edition, which is the prequel. Right? Nellie? Right? You're a Dying Light fan, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm on mute because I hear my fan going on my computer. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Triangle Strategy, which is a game, which is one of my must-have games. Metroid Dread, another must-have. It's a day one purchase for me. Changes were announced to Nintendo Switch Online. We've got Nintendo 64 games coming, as well as Sega Genesis games coming, and apparently this is going to be a new tier for Nintendo Online. So people who are paying the $20 yearly, you're probably going to have to get ready to buck up some more money on that. We just don't know what it is. They haven't explained it. Chances are, I think they're weighing the reactions out. You know, they're weighing how warm or how cool everybody is to like these new announcements before they roll the price. Because they roll the price, they might shoot themselves in the foot. But that's just my opinion.
I want to know about an upgrade on that too. If you've already paid for the year, how are they going to do that?
Yeah, that was something they also mentioned too, but we don't know anything about pricing as of yet. The Shadowrun trilogy is coming out. That's got my attention as well. Castlevania Advanced Collection was also announced, as well as ActRaiser Renaissance. Deltarune chapters 1 and 2 are coming soon. Hot Wheels Unleashed, Surviving the Aftermath, Shin Megami Tensei 5 got a little something, but it wasn't a whole lot. Wreckfest, Namco Archives, which includes Pac-Man and Xevious, Rune Factory 5. I'm going to come back to this one. Splatoon 3, and then ending the show was finally a first look at Bayonetta 3. But I want to circle back to this real quickly. The Mario movie.
Oh dear God.
Oh my God.
It is going to make the first Super Mario Brothers movie, which I fondly remember, look probably like
a masterpiece.
A masterpiece. Like I can't see it. I can't see it at all. I know. I know. I'm kind of on my own. Chris Pratt's all right. Right? Like he does good. He plays Chris Pratt really, really well.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
Mario Part, and you know what, and that's almost an unfair criticism because I feel like he does have a little bit of range. They just don't let him use it enough, and when he has been able to use it, it hasn't been in the right films, right? Kind of like Belushi in the drama he did in the 80s.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, but it's kind of petered out. Bill Murray did one in the 80s as well in the same vein, just not the right roles.
Yeah,
but not fucking Mario. It doesn't make sense.
Well, you know what kind of kills me about this whole thing, right? Is the fact that we have actors voicing these characters, but we still have Charles Martinet in the movie.
Yeah, and
Charles Martinet is the damn near the voice actor for every fucking character in the Mario universe.
You know what? I didn't know he did Luigi. I was surprised when I found that out. He
does the voices for damn near all the top tier freaking Mario characters. He does Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad. I think he does Bowser too. I think he does. He does all the major players for it. So he's in the movie as well. But we have all these. We have Chris Pratt. We have Anya Taylor-Joy. Which, by the way, Anya Taylor-Joy, like she looks. If this were a live action movie, she looks like she could play Peach. Just give her a big ass like blonde foofy wig. But I think this is a digital movie, right? Like a digital animation.
Yeah, it's animation.
Yeah.
She was a good casting. All of the other ones.
Yeah, she was good casting. Charlie Day as Luigi. I don't know. Seth Rogen was spot on for Donkey Kong.
Oh, dude, 100%. That's probably the best casting in the entire film. Because if somebody came up to me and said cast Donkey Kong, I'd send Seth Rogen.
I forget who was Bowser.
Jack Black, who I also like, but is poorly cast in these movies.
Jack Black. I could possibly see Jack Black as Bowser. I don't know.
You know what made me panic?
What's that?
When I saw who was playing Toad.
Yeah, who was Toad? I forgot. Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh, yeah. I bet that should. I'm okay with that because that shit'll be fucking hilarious.
Only if Jordan Peele gets to be like Yoshi or something. Like I need them both in there.
Yep.
I just don't know. Like I don't know, and the studio that's behind it, I really don't trust them either.
This is why I have a problem with video game movies, though.
Yeah, I have my fundamental problem with video game movies is I feel like production doesn't take them seriously. I feel like this is one of those. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those movies where it's like certain directors is like. I figure you know how like there's a thing where like a director makes a stinker and then their next movie is what gets them all the awards and all that stuff.
David Fincher.
I have a funny feeling.
He directed Alien 3 and then he directed 7. Alien 3 is terrible.
Alien 3 is terrible, but it's not the worst Alien movie.
I mean, no, but I mean they found a way to make a worse movie.
Okay.
That's how that worked. Because
I'm an Alien fan, so I'm not going to really like get into this with you.
No, so am I. I love the Alien films, but Alien 3 is a terrible movie, and it almost cost David Fincher his career until he directed 7, and the rest is pretty much history. You're the one who said it, man. I was agreeing with you.
I only saw Alien and Aliens. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
That hurts.
Honestly, you could stop after the first 2 Alien films if you want to, but if you want to keep the lore going, go ahead and see 3 and 4 because you need to see how like the Ripley thing ends.
just skip all of them and go straight to AVP. That's the best movie.
Oh,
please go home.
No,
I did
because I'm a big fan of the franchise though. So I mean, like all 6 of the movies, like I include Covenant and Prometheus in that. Mm-hmm. All 6 of the movies, in my opinion, are worth it. But ever since Ridley Scott got back in control of Alien, I feel like he is like sabotaging his own material. If that makes any sense. But anyway, back to this Mario movie real fast. I don't know. I feel like this could either be a train wreck or it could be perfect genius. But I'm not sure which way my needle is going. I feel more like train wreck than genius because I'm questioning the casting. I'm questioning the fact that why do we even need a Mario movie? Why do we need it?
The games speak for themselves as a medium. But
exactly.
Trainwreck is too nice. It's that time in the 1800s when they put 2 steam engines and pointed at each other and got them going as fast as they could, and everybody was standing there cheering on it until they ran into each other, and it was a steam engine, so it sent shrapnel. That is a true story, but that is the perfect analogy for the Mario movie. That's what I see.
All right, so real fast because I don't want the Nintendo section running long on the PlayStation show. What were some of y'all's top picks for games?
Oh wait, Splatoon 3. Dying Light. Kirby and the Forgotten Island or Land. That Disco Elysium.
Okay.
That's
already on PlayStation 5 though. Well, PlayStation 4 and 5 though.
Oh.
Yeah, that came out. That came out like 2 months ago.
Okay.
And then everybody,
it was on PS Plus, wasn't it?
Yeah, and everybody was butthurt. And why didn't Switch get it? And Switch finally getting it.
Oh, okay. I need to look that up because it reminds me of an old game called Sanitarium.
Oh, I remember that game. I remember
that game too.
And that's what made me go like, hey, I want to play that. Of course, I want to play Mario Party Superstars.
Austin does too.
Bayonetta. And I want to play that Metroid game because I never played a Metroid game.
You've never played?
I've never played a Metroid game.
I'm going to contain myself. I'm going to.
Oh, surprisingly, I never played a Kirby game. This is going to be my first Kirby game.
I've only played one Kirby game. It was way back on the Game Boy. I think it was Kirby in Dreamland. That was a Game Boy game.
I loved that game.
Yeah, that's the only Kirby. Kirby doesn't get it up for me. I'm sorry. Those games don't.
Somebody didn't play Kirby All Stars.
Nope. No. Let's see. As far as I'm concerned, of course. Well, here's the thing about it. Like, okay, so here's something that kind of bothered me about the Nintendo Direct, but I know why. A lot of these. Well, there's quite a few of these games on here that are coming out on both the PC as well as on the Switch. For example, like we go to the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Okay, Monster Hunter Rise is right now a Switch title. And there was rumors that a PC version of the game was coming, but we haven't got a PC version of it yet. But Monster Hunter Rise, it started off the Direct. You're like, okay, cool. Rise gets its expansion. I went to the website just to get some more information for it. Come to find out, Rise Sunbreak is also coming out the same day on PC as it is on the Switch. So I was like, looks like I'm going to be playing this game on the PC.
You don't have to tell us. We know.
Yeah. But yeah. So of course, any Monster Hunter game is going to get me anyway. But also like Triangle Strategy, when that game comes out, I'm getting that. Metroid Dread, of course, everyone knows I'm getting that. The Shadowrun trilogy, that game looks hot, like on the Switch. So I'm probably gonna have to pick that up. I already have ActRaiser Renaissance. I thought that was also coming to the Switch as an exclusive, but it's also on PC. So I got the PC version. By the way, if you don't want to get Castlevania Advanced Collection on the Switch, you can get it on PC
or PS4.
Or PS4.
Get on PS4.
I'm shocked at that too. But anyway, Konami gonna get their money. and then of course Bayonetta 3.
Oh yeah.
I have a request.
Yes.
Can we get another Bomberman game, Nintendo, please? Okay, I'm done.
All right, Austin. Wait.
Well, Konami just gave everybody the Castlevania collection, so they've done their good deed for the next 5 years, and maybe you'll get a Bomberman game then. I was on the show or on the review whatever with Ed and Grayson and Bayonetta 3.
Wait! You were on the recap?
Yeah, something. It was
Nintendo Power Block let you back on.
Well, we live streamed. We did a Twitch live reaction to it.
Okay.
We talked a little bit afterwards. So I don't even know if it's out on recording or what happened to that episode. To be quite honest, I just remember being on it.
Okay.
But so like Shin Megami Tensei 5, I was like, all right, just give me the game. Don't stop talking about it. Give me the game. Metroid Dread, just give me the game. Like, there's a lot of those in there, but Bayonetta 3 showing up at the end was like the big one, and I was like, "Oh my god, let's go!" I'm pumped for that game. The Nintendo 64 stuff is exciting. I'm a little less excited about the Super Mario Party now because I'm like, can't you just give me the Super Mario Party Nintendo 64 games on there instead? Could you give me 1, 2, and 3 on there instead? But maybe they can't get those games on there. I don't know. Who knows? But there's a ton of stuff. And ActRaiser, I really am looking forward to playing ActRaiser because that's a game that
ActRaiser is fun as shit. Oh my god!
They said it's side scrolling slasher and then God mode. Where and I was like, that sounds right up my alley. Like I want
if
that.
you like, it's like having Castlevania meets Sim City.
Yeah, and that's like I'm in. Say no more. And then it was like, oh, this game came out like 30 years ago or whatever. I was like, oh
yeah.
Well,
no. Trust me. Trust me. The Renaissance part is like some good shit.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's on my list. It's at the top of my list to play.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Chris, go ahead.
Unlike you guys, I don't really like the Bayonetta games, but I appreciate that you guys do. I don't want to be the guy that shits on everything. And so I have a lot of stuff that I'm really excited about. Metroid Dread, absolutely. I have a lot of fond memories of playing the original Game Boy, the one that you could throw down the stairs and it still work. Playing Metroid in the car by lamp lights, going on trips and stuff. I also Kirby as well. I mentioned Kirby's All Star was one of my favorite games. Like I played the shit out of that game over and over again. So I'm pretty excited for that. And the N64 games. So I saw Metroid Dread, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to get a Switch at some point in time. And then they followed that up with the N64 games, and I was like, I'm gonna have to buy a Switch like by the end of the day. And I did, and we've been down that road to see how that went. But it got me excited. I'm pretty excited for those three titles specifically. Three things, I guess, if you want to count the Virtual Console.
One caveat though, like the freaking Sega Genesis stuff that they have on there, like they rolled out 12 titles, right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
9 of them are already on a collection that you can buy for the Switch.
Well, now you don't have to buy that collection, and you get N64 games with it.
Well, there's just a slight problem with that though. Nintendo 64 was not my favorite Nintendo console.
Yeah, it was my favorite Nintendo console. So.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the only Nintendo console that did worse for me than the Nintendo 64 was the Wii U.
I think the Wii U did bad for everybody. I love Nintendo, by the way. I know I shit all over that Mario movie, but come on, if you think about it, I'm right.
I have all sorts of love for Nintendo as well, but I say it and I'll keep saying it. Like I feel like I outgrew Nintendo a long time ago, and so it's really hard for me. Like I get their systems, well, except for the Wii U, but I get their systems, but like it's just I don't know. And
I feel the same way, but I always come back for the Zelda games. That was definitely something that got my attention as far as like the Skyward Sword HD. It's the only game I bought when I got my Switch was Skyward Sword HD.
Do you want to know what's crazy though? I would have gotten a Nintendo 64 if they had put a Metroid game out. During any part of the life cycle of the Nintendo 64, I would have picked up a 64 if a Metroid game came out. And everybody's like, well, Samus is in Smash Bros. I was like, it's Smash Brothers. Who the hell cares?
I didn't even, until you said it right now, didn't even think about them not releasing a Metroid game on that system. So I think it's like the only one they didn't, and then you have Metroid Prime.
Yeah, Metroid Prime started on the GameCube and ended on it ended on the Wii or the Wii U?
I think it ended on the Wii.
I think it's the Wii.
Okay, so there was no original Metroid title. Wait, Other M came. Wait, was Other M on Wii or Wii U?
Wii came out when we worked there.
Wii.
It was on Wii.
Yeah.
Okay, so Metroid missed another console cycle because like the next time we saw a Metroid title was on the 3DS with Samus Returns, which was wonderful, by the way. Yeah, like honestly, a lot of people were thinking that the Switch was going to get an updated version of Samus Returns, but then they flipped the script on us and gave us Metroid Dread, which I'm not complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we get that movie?
I can't wait to play that.
A Metroid movie? There was there was talk about a Metroid movie, and Brie Larson wants to play Samus.
I like Brie Larson. I don't know about that one. And you know what? I kind of like her as Captain Marvel. I can see that.
She has the look. She definitely looks like her.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like the more I think about it.
All right, so you know what? We wasted way too much time on this Nintendo topic.
That's okay.
Way too much time. Nintendo Pal Block owes us a favor.
Yes, they do.
Ron, I thought we were going to use the N-word on the Crossroads podcast.
I thought we were neither, but you know what? We would be terrible gamers. We would be terrible gamers. If we didn't talk about events that happen in gaming. I mean, seriously, we'd be terrible, and we would misrepresent ourselves as gamers, which is something I'm always an advocate for. If you're a gamer, appreciate games wherever you can get them. It's honestly why I say like don't be stuck on one console, and don't be stuck on one console, but then getting pissed off that, games that you want to play are somewhere else, but you're too stuck up in your own ass to go out and buy a damn console to play those games.
Yeah.
If you like the games enough, go buy a system, play the games, or find alternatives to do it. It's not that hard. Like I don't have an Xbox, but I have a PC. So I get to play damn near every good Xbox game that comes out. Like this. Like Nintendo is not my favorite publisher, but I have a Nintendo system. Stuff like that.
I want to say one thing.
Huh?
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
I might get some hate for it. But Sega, I miss you.
Okay. I loved the Dreamcast. I Dreamcast all the way. They just made it too easy to copy games, and also all of what LeRon said. Unless you're 12, then just ask your parents a lot.
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing about it too. I understand. Because I talked about this a couple of weeks ago when I was on Pal Block, because we were talking about should gamers space themselves out, like actually play on other systems, and not just be stuck on one system. And I mentioned the fact that like there is maturity involved in it, because some people are just too young, like this is their favorite system, so that's all they know, So there's a maturity factor in that, which I get, but at the same time, like if you're grown ass men and women that can pay your own bills and stuff like that, but you like video games, there is no reason why you should just have an Xbox if you like games, or you just have a PlayStation if you like games, or you just have a PC if you like games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Stop with your elitist bullshit and get you a Soldier Boy console today. Go play games where it's meant to be played.
Hot damn! It's time. It's time for housekeeping.
Let's go.
It is time for.
That is not where I thought that was going, but I enjoy it. I thought he was gonna lean into it, Thank you.
I don't lean into anything. I don't lean into anything. I just lay into it. I pile drive into it.
He sure as hell does not. Salty is not his middle name. Oh, jeez. This is Crossroads, the PlayStation podcast for Boss Rush Games. Every week we come together bringing you the latest in news, events, rumors, games, and general discussion in the world of PlayStation. Crossroads airs live on twitch.tv/Xs803 Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't catch us during the live show, Crossroads can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast locations. If you like the show, please consider subscribing to the podcast or giving us a follow on Twitch. You can also see the recap of tonight's show the following Wednesday night on youtube.com/Exodus803, my YouTube channel, or early Thursday mornings at youtube.com/BossRushNetwork. If you want to see previous episodes of our show, all episodes of Crossroads can be found on our parent website, bossrush.net. While you're at the website, don't forget to check out our growing family of podcast shows, and remember to share, rate, and review us wherever you check out our shows. And one final note, chat with us, keep the conversation going over on Twitter at @PS_Crossroads. We hold it down with more news, events, and topics. Okay, everybody. What have we been playing this past week, I should say? What have we been playing?
I'm getting ready for Splatoon 3, so I'm playing Splatoon now. I got to get my skills up.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Did you freak out when you saw the crab walker thing in the Splatoon 3 trailer?
I freaked out over the crab, the ball thingy, and I don't know. I call it the Spider-Man.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I got some major droidica vibes from Star Wars Battlefront 2 watching it. I was like, man.
I might have to play a game before I go to bed tonight.
Oh, you being bad,
right? Because I gotta be up at 6 in the morning.
You being bad? Is Splatoon 2 the only thing you're playing right now? Is that the only thing you've invested some time in?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Are you a pro? Do you piss people off when you do online games, or are you just in there to have fun?
I'm just in there to have fun. I always I go for the big guns. Mm-hmm. Although I'm trying to improve my sniper skills, but I still suck.
You said I still suck. All right, Chris, what say you? What have you been playing this week?
I've been playing a lot of Kenna. I really, really, really enjoy that game. Outside of the parry system fucks with me a little. I usually don't have a problem with parry systems, but it's really difficult. It's very, very precise. So I'm not as much of a fan of that. I've been playing that. I've been Destiny as usual, and I think that's really just been it since Kenna came out. I've just kind of been hitting that kind of hard. Mm-hmm. Really enjoy it.
All right, cool. Austin.
Weirdly enough, I actually picked up Splatoon 2 maybe a couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago. Sorry, not a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, and started playing it. I don't know if I'm good or not. I don't know if I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm doing a good job. I don't know if I'm helping my team. Like, I'm a big Overwatch guy, and when I play Call of Duty, I like to play like domination and stuff. I go for objectives. Like, that's my main thing. And then with Splatoon, I'm like, am I doing it right? I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on in there. So
you're like, who's on first?
Like, I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, and so I'm having fun, but I'm at the same time like, am I doing good? Like, it's starting to bother me. Like, I don't even know. I'm like, am I helping? Am I making our team worse? But I actually did.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go
Oh no, I was very like confused. I was just like, I don't know if I'm good at this game or not. I don't know what I'm doing. But
crazy thing is, we lost a team member, so it was like 3 of us against 4 on the other team. We whooped they, but I don't know what was going on that day.
That might have been me. I might have got kicked out of the server, and then you actually did better without me. But so I played some of that. I played some Call of Duty, and then because I'm trying to max out all the different weapons, but I'm playing Valhalla mostly, and Valhalla, I like it and I hate it at the same time. I had to take it to where it's not online anymore because
wait, that's right, because people can jump in and jump out of your game, right?
No, it can't. Like, it has like this avenge system. So like, if another PlayStation player dies in an area and I'm in that same area, I can kill the people who killed him or her, and then get extra XP, which is fine, cool, whatever. It'll say like, it'll come up, avenge, whoever, and that's fine. But if I don't look at it one time, don't alert me again. And if I don't look at it the second time, don't alert me again.
Oh man,
it keeps alerting me. I'm not even kidding. Like, it comes on every like one or like every 2 seconds. I posted a video of it on Twitter because I was so annoyed. I was like, I don't want to save this guy. Fuck this guy. I don't want to save him. He can avenge himself, And so it's like, it's such a beautiful game that I hate to have this like ringing in my earphones, headphones, like every 2 seconds, and then not only that, but the alert is like almost half the screen. So it's like, it's just like a cluttered UI. I have like some major stuff wrong with it that I don't like, but I am enjoying the world, and I'm enjoying the story and the Vikings and all that. So that is what's keeping me in. But
now hearing you talk about that, well, that's the easiest way to get me to stop playing your damn game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it almost drive me. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a different game. I'm just gonna, and then maybe I'll come back to this at some point. But I'm committed. I'm committed.
All right, is that everything for you?
Yeah.
All right. Well then, most of my list hasn't changed from last week. Of course, I'm doing Ember of Spirits, which hopefully I'll have that beaten and done because I want to get a review out sometime before by the weekend.
How far
for that
are you?
one?
We haven't talked about this at all. We usually talk about games when we're both playing them at the same time pretty regularly.
Yeah, I'm not that far. I'm not that far because I've just been bumbling around in the beginning phases. See, I made the mistake because I got Canon Bridge of Spirits at the same time that I started playing Tales of Arise.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the weekend I picked up ActRaiser Renaissance. And today I just picked up another game.
It's all about that backlog, man. It's all about that backlog.
No, but we're gonna talk about that new game a little bit later.
Out of those 3, what's the one that's calling you right now? Like,
Canna.
Canna. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah. Oh, it is gorgeous. And man, like
it looks like a Pixar movie.
Honestly, where I've been spending a lot of my time is actually trying to get more proficient at the combat because I mean, the combat's nice. That parry system, yeah, you and I are kind of on the same mental space about that, Chris. Like the parry system, it needs some work and stuff like that. But at the same time, the combat can be so fluid. I'm also trying to get better at controlling the rot during combat.
Yeah. I need to utilize them more because I forget about them because I just like to hit shit.
Yeah, the rot's basically like being a Jedi and using all your damn force powers.
Yeah. I lied. I also played Diablo 2, but that game plays like a 20-year-old game.
Wait, Resurrection?
Yep.
It doesn't play like it's updated?
I mean, it just feels clunky. I mean, it definitely looks updated. It feels like a 20-year-old game. And like I was talking with my friends about it, they were like, "Oh, dude, how do you not like?" Because it's a 20-year-old game. Like you guys have nostalgia for this. I don't really have that. I never played it when it came out. So me coming into it, like I'm playing it because I'm playing with you guys. Like I just want to hit shit. It plays like a 20-year-old game, and it's a great game. I have nothing against Diablo at all. It's just a 20-year-old game.
I love Diablo 3, so I might have a hard time going back to Diablo 2.
I really like Diablo 3 and I like those kind of games. I want to give Diablo 2 a chance, but I was a little worried. I was like, I don't know. But I love 3. I love 3.
If you played 2 when it was out, I'm sure you'd love it. I don't know if you didn't play it then, if you'd enjoy it.
All right, well, that's everything I've been playing. You guys know the drill. Like hit us up. Let us know what you guys have been playing out there as well. Give us some ideas. Like, help us fill our backlog that we're always trying to chip away at. But you know what? I guess it's about that time. We should go ahead and get tonight's news and events started because our talking topic. I'm really excited to talk about that a little bit later tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, what say you guys? Ready to get the news started?
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
All right. You know what? Actually, I thought about skipping this, but I'm going to go ahead and just talk about it real fast. All right. There's a new patent which suggests that PS5 games may be coming to PlayStation Now. All right. I do want to mention that real briefly because it's been a year since it's coming up on a year since the PlayStation 5 launched, and fans are starting to ask for PS5 games to show up on PlayStation Now. I also think it's a little too early for that, but at the same time, I get why there's demand for it, stuff like that. I also feel like PS5 needs to build a library first before we can start having PlayStation Now games. That's just the way I feel. All right. Yeah. But the good news is that a patent had been discovered. Actually, the patent has been published earlier this month, but it was filed back in April of this year, around the time that PS5 received its first major system update. Basically, the patent calls for ultra high speed, low latency network storage and is revealing that it's working on enabling streaming for PS5 games on PlayStation Now. The patent is specifically about using multiple NVMe drives, that is the SSD hard drives that we are now able to put into our systems and expand our storage space, network together for the purpose of streaming games. Now, here's the cool thing about that. Welcome to tonight's edition of Tech Talk with LeRon. And why hasn't he started a PC show yet?
That's what I'm saying. Hasn't he fixed my PC yet? That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So basically, when it says network together for the purpose of streaming games, basically, as a PS5 owner, when you log into PlayStation Now, for example, what it will do is it'll allocate space. It'll allocate space on your SSD. Now, remember, these things are like super fast storage devices. It'll allocate space, and it'll also help with the net code as far as like transmitting all the information as quickly as possible. So, for example, let's say for example, Kanan Bridge of Spirits is on PlayStation Now, right? You and every other subscriber to PlayStation Now that is actually utilizing Kanan Bridge of Spirits at that specific moment in time, this is how it actually will stream all that information quickly enough so like you don't have any latency issues with it. That's the easiest way for me to explain it without becoming a nerd tonight. If I explain it any deeper, the segment's going to run longer than I wanted it to, and guess what? I only want to spend a minute on this. Even though we haven't seen any PS5 games on PlayStation Now yet, Sony could be implementing PS5 server blades on PS Now. Server blades is just more talk for actual hard drive space on their servers to accommodate these games. But there's been no announcement. Yeah, there's been no announcement. Much like Microsoft did for the cloud service with Xbox Series X blades earlier in June, this is a possibility that some PS Now sessions are actually being played on PS5 server blades. We don't know that, but it sounds like it might be in beta testing right now. All right, if the implementation is done anywhere close to Microsoft's current pace, then an announcement could be possible at the end of this year or when the next major PS5 system update hits, which is projected to be around April 2022. Okay, so real fast for you guys out there, will PlayStation 5 games give PlayStation Now a significant bump to get new subscribers?
Yeah, of course. I now when I got my bundle for mine, I got a free year of it, and what's going to happen is that year is going to go up, and there will be PlayStation 5 games, and I'm going to say I want to pay. I want to play that, so I'm going to spend the $50 for it. Mm-hmm. Like, even without it, I might do it just for, convenience sake. I have Game Pass. Why not?
How are you enjoying PlayStation Now? Because you did get it as part of the bundle deal when you got your PlayStation. How are you enjoying it?
Yep, haven't touched it. I mean, I've looked through it, and I like the
Wait, did you already redeem your code?
Yes, I'm gonna use it. Calm down.
I fracking hate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Relax.
I fracking hate you. You could have gave me that code. I would have appreciated it.
I do appreciate it, and I will play it. I promise you, it will not go wasted. I found it weird that it had Dead Space 3, but not the first two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the thing about PlayStation Now. Games rotate. Like, games are never like consistently on there. Forever. Basically, they rotate. I think this is what they do to maintain the strength of the server, because like if they start bogging it down with all the previous games and stuff, like that may cause a problem, but it's also I don't know what Sony plans to do with PlayStation Now, and after hearing Sean Layden talking about the services, for example, I'm not going to name any names, but talking about the services and stuff. It sounds like it's not the most viable option anyway that Sony should be putting its emphasis on right now. Well, it sounds like they weren't even putting their emphasis on it back in PS, because PlayStation Now was actually an idea they conceived back in PS2, but it was implemented on PS3.
The game selection on Game Pass I like a bit more. I find it odd that they have the third in a game. So like if I'm on PlayStation Now and I never played Dead Space 1 or Dead Space 2, they're starting with the worst one. Honestly, you know how I feel about it.
Are you sure it's the worst one?
Yeah, I loved 1 and 2.
Austin,
I know it's the worst one.
Austin, did you play Dead Space?
Yes.
Did you play all 3 of them? Well, all 3 of the main games?
I'm pretty sure he likes the third one, doesn't he? Like, I mean that in the most judgy ways you can take it.
I like the third one. There are.
I like the third one. I like the third one too.
I like the story. I didn't like the gameplay. We're gonna get stuck on Dead Space for the next 2 hours.
We're not going to get stuck on Dead Space, because I will say this: like, the Dead Space experience, Dead Space 3 experience is awesome. Co-op,
yes,
is fantastic in co-op because Isaac and Carver, like, I'm sorry, they're the team that we should have had from like Dead Space 1. They are, and you know what? I will do a Dead Space retrospective soon. As a matter of fact, October's coming up, and I'm going to do a month-long stream of the entire Dead Space trilogy. So we'll just leave it at that.
I want to be on that.
Yeah,
I want to do that. I would love to talk about Gears of War Dead Space. But
Gears of War Dead. No. Austin and I are going to be broing it out when I do my Dead Space. When I do my Dead Space 3 run. Yes, I'm leaving you out of that. We don't need your sourness.
Only people who like Dead Space 3. Only people who like Dead Space 3 to be on this.
It's just going to be.
I told you, let me stream it, and y'all can laugh at me.
Yes, that's what we should do. That's what we should do. We should be the audience in Nellie's stream, because I guarantee you, like
I don't have good headphones. I need to get some good headphones.
Like when the Super Necromorphs come out, the ones that just basically like football rush you. Like, I know Nellie's not gonna be able to keep her shit
overalls. Yeah, those
she's gonna be like you remember the Alien Isolation like when they let people play the preview of that.
Oh, no.
You remember those videos? No, that's gonna be Nellie in Dead Space.
Nellie's first Dead Space experience. R.I.P. headphone user.
R.I.P.
All right. Wrapping this topic up. What? Oh, go ahead, Chris.
The whole point of that was, if you don't want to start at Dead Space 3, like if they're going to put out titles, they need to put out the whole series, and they just need to make sure they make room for that. That would be my biggest criticism. I think that would be much better, right? If
there is
a whole game in a series,
there is a possibility Sony just doesn't have an agreement with EA to put Dead Space 1 and 2 on. That could be it.
That's completely possible.
Yeah,
but I mean, still, why the third one? Like, don't put it on there at all.
Look, I don't make these decisions. If I made these decisions, PS5 would be backwards compatible to PS1. If I made these decisions, it'd also probably be a $1,200 system because like all the architecture needed to play all that crap. But still, if I made these decisions, like everybody would get their damn wish. Everybody would play.
If LeRon made decisions, it'd just be get a PC and we're gonna put PlayStation games on there from now on. But I honestly, I get rid of PS Now. Just get rid of it. Do the PS Plus collection instead. Just add games to that. Call it good. If you want to charge, hey, you know how like Nintendo's like probably going to charge like $20 extra for like the Nintendo 64.
Don't say that. Okay. If that comes, well, I know they're increasing, but if they double the price, if that comes true, like people are going to be in your inbox, Austin. They're not going to be mine. Not this time.
I already said it earlier. I would be willing to pay $40 a year for sure.
Oh God! Now you're just enabling Nintendo because I was having a conversation with some people over the weekend, and I was saying, Nintendo might be bold enough to double the price, but I think they're going to increase it to $30, no more than $35 a year.
I don't care what it is. I will pay it for Nintendo.
I don't like Nintendo 64 enough to like double the money.
Now I'll say this: the games they have on there now is probably not enough because like Nintendo 64 games, like all the ones that I really like are on 3DS, and I already have them.
Yeah, which also begs the point. Like you guys just released the Castlevania like Castlevania Advance collection. Why the hell didn't y'all just flip the switch and put Game Boy Advance games?
Now, see, I would pay $60 a year for that.
I would pay the money for that. I would pay the money for that. As a matter of fact, it would give me a reason to completely retire my PS Vita. Next topic.
I'm over it now.
We don't need your illicit things here, LeRon.
Austin,
I don't like Dead Space 3 anymore either.
Join the dark side, Austin. You want to. All right. We're done with this topic. I was going to ask a follow-up question, but we're done with this topic because apparently I'm a bad man. All right. So for our next topic. All right. Ember Lab is considering expanding Kenna's combat scenarios. I keep mispronouncing it after I know how it's pronounced now. Yeah, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. We've been saying Kenna, Bridge of Spirits for so long, though, because for the past year, no one told us what the correct pronunciation of the game of her name was.
I noticed y'all saying it a different way, but I'm going to choose to be ignorant since I have not played it.
It's okay. He's saying it correctly. I keep saying Kenna and just didn't care. Shut them. I was like, it's already in my brain. I'm never going to get it right. I have to remember 176 humans a day, so.
All right, so yeah, Ember Lab, the studio that's responsible for Kenna Bridge of Spirits, is considering expanding the combat scenarios in the game. This comes to us from Zarmina Khan via PlayStationLifestyle.net. Ember Lab co-founder Mike Greer has told IGN in an interview that the studio plans to support Kenna Bridge of Spirits for a while and is already mulling over options like expanding combat scenarios, updating the photo mode, and adding new content to the game. Wonderful, by the way.
Yeah, nope, all for it.
Greer had this to say: "We definitely want to support the game. We know that people love photo mode and the combat, so we're thinking about things that we can do to sort of expand some of the combat scenarios, or maybe some additional content in the future featured around combat." I know Chris likes to hear that because like he's a little salty about the parry system, but you know,
if that's my only criticism, it's cool. I can live without it. Like I found a workaround. Like it works here, it works there. I'm cool with it. I'm cool. I'm halfway through the game, and I'm like, well, I'm ready for the sequel. Like if they're gonna expand if they're gonna expand the world and give me more things to do on a game that I think I paid $40 for at launch, hell yeah, I'll invest more money into that.
Now, Greer also reminded fans that Ember Lab is a small studio, so things may take some time. And also, please take into account because I've even though Kenna Bridge Spirit is getting some really great reviews, it's currently sitting at an 80+ score on Metacritic, which is great, which is phenomenal. That's where a lot of people strive to be. But remember, this is their very first video game. But I will also say this. For an indie studio, make their very first video game, this indie title plays like a damn AAA title.
As it does.
Yeah.
It was made with some serious love. Like, for real. Somebody loved adventure games, and they said, I want to do that, and they fucking did it.
Man, yeah, like Ember Lab was originally a digital animation studio. They did work on like some animated movies and stuff like that. So this was ambitious, but at the same time, man, like when you have ambition like this and you get a product like this, there's nothing else to say. Like, you know, if you have PlayStation 4, if you have a PC, if you have PlayStation 5, get this damn game. Get this damn game. It's only $40 unless you're waiting for the physical version, which will have the PS4 and PS5 version on it for $50. Get the game.
Yep. That's what I'm waiting on.
Do it.
I want that
like
physical.
Mikey says.
All right. Finishing this up though, Greer also wanted to say, so yeah, we'll definitely be supporting Kana for a while. You know, we're definitely a small team, and we're very excited to see people playing the game and responding to it. So yeah, we're listening. We're listening to the feedback, listening to what people have to say, and we'll be here supporting the game for the next foreseeable future. I like his drive and his spirit. I also like that it sounds like Sony is not just trying to run these guys into the ground.
Yeah,
I like that because you know it's really easy to think that, you know, like you have a successful game like this from a first time studio and immediately like Sony's like throwing money their way, like make us more, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, seriously. If they can support it with all the extra downloads and DLC and all of that, if they can support it for a while they map and build a second one, I'll be okay.
Yeah. All right. Kana Bridge of Spirits launched to a positive reception. Its PS5 version currently holds a score of 81 out of 100 on Metacritic, and that's based on 54 critic reviews at the time of this writing. Be on the lookout. I am planning on pinning a review for the game when I complete it. So be on the lookout for it, probably coming as soon as this weekend. I already said it earlier, but you know, it's always nice to remind people. And I have a question. Kana shows off what indie talent is capable of. Do you think that Kana Bridge of Spirits is setting a new bar for indie titles in the future?
Yes.
Nellie is enthusiastic. Go.
Because indie companies get overlooked a lot of times, and by them releasing a game that's won their first game at 81 out of 100.
Yeah, 81 out of 100. Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
As a matter of fact, keep talking. I'm going to verify where it's at right now, so we have like a real time.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. It makes me more excited because I do want to look towards indie companies anyway, rather than like the big name. Because of course, you know, just to kind of get off a topic here, some people be like, "Oh, you don't play this game, you don't play that game, you're not a real gamer." But this just shows like, hey, you don't need to play the main title to be a true gamer.
All right, right now it's still sitting at an 81. At that 81 out of 100. It has 61 critic reviews right now. The user score is an 8.7 out of 643 ratings. So it's still it's doing the damn thing on PS4. There are no actual critic reviews. Well, there's actually one critic review score right now, but it's not enough to throw in the aggregate system. But out of 68 ratings on user score, it's a 7.6. So still not bad.
It's still pretty good.
I wonder if anything's happening on the PC side. Let me find out.
To kind of follow up what Nellie was saying, I kind of got lucky. My last game that I just completed was Death's Door, which was an indie game, and I got to follow that up with Kana, and
that's like a 9-day difference, though.
It's completely different games, but both indie games, right? Like,
when I say night and day, like Death's Door looks like a. Ugh, I don't want to say this and make it sound negative. Death's Door looks like a PS3 game, whereas Kana looks like
Kana definitely elevates the bar. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
but it just shows you the value of what independent companies can do. Like they took a game that looked like a PS3 game, but played amazingly enough that I sat and did everything in it. Kana looks like a PS5 game, plays like a PS5 game, and little things like when you pull the right trigger to pull back the bow, you can feel it. It's little touches that I appreciate, and if indie companies keep throwing shit out there like that, they won't be indie companies long.
But you know what? I also get a Horizon Zero Dawn vibe from this game. How about you?
I didn't finish that one.
Oh, okay.
I did play a good chunk of it. Shit happens, life happens. I don't remember why I stopped playing it. My wife loves it. That's why I was able to buy a PS5 because that was coming. But I get what you're saying.
Austin, you haven't had a chance to pick this up yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I definitely will. When
I know it is on your list, but Austin, you have a very nice rule that you have actually implemented and been true to this entire year. Like you said yes. January 1st, 2021, I'm sorry. Yeah. January 1st, 2021, you will play one game and one game only before you move on to your next game. So you have to play a game, beat a game before you move on to your next one. And I'm glad you're sticking to your guns because I told myself I wasn't going to spend money on a video game at all for September, and I forgot Kana was coming out. And I bought Kana, and then I fucked around and got Tales of Arise and ActRaiser Renaissance, and I just bought another game today. So yeah, like I basically blew my budget. So like in October apparently is a stacked month. As a matter of fact, like Nintendo's about to have a good damn month next month.
Yep.
Oh, I'm picking.
Yeah, Nintendo. Nintendo, I've given up. I'm like, I'm gonna ask them all. That's what I said it to my mom. My mom's like, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Oh, trust me, you're getting a list."
My family doesn't fuck around and do that anymore. They don't ask me what I want for Christmas because all my Christmas gifts are expensive.
That sounds like me.
I mean, they're not astronomical. It's not like I'm asking for like a blood diamond or anything, but like most of my presents start at like the $50 or $60 range and then go up to about $400.
Yeah, that's why I always ask for a video game, and I'm like, if you don't have the money, then just give me a gift card for a video game.
That is my ultimate out, because people are always like, what should I get you for Christmas? And it's like, you know what? Here's how I'll be eternally grateful to you. Give me Best Buy gift cards or give me Amazon gift cards. And guess what? I will appreciate the fact that you gave me this for Christmas, but it will make sure I get what I want and I'm not disappointed. Don't try and surprise me on something thinking that you know me, because you need to know me like 99% to know to be able to pull it off. I feel, and because
I'm gonna buy you GameStop gift cards just to fuck with you. I want you to do that. And by the way, I'm listening to all you guys have this conversation. Like, I can't give my parents a list for myself anymore. I blew that up when I gave them a grandchild, so he gets everything. I was about to say you got knocked off the Christmas list because you gave them you have a child now. Yep. Nope, he gets all the good stuff. He's getting a BB-8 from Galaxy's Edge. I can't wait to play with it. He gets some cool shit. I can't forget. I can't fit into his land speeder, but the other stuff is cool.
All right, but like just wrap this up. If you have a way to play Kingdom Bridge of Spirits, play Kingdom Bridge of Spirits. Like, trust me, like we've been raving about this game for the past year while we were getting ready for it to come out. Like, trust me, this has the Crossroads stamp of approval on that. As a matter of fact, we need to make a stamp for our logo and just start throwing it out there.
Yeah. Well,
hey, that might be some merch. That might be some merch for Crossroads.
When this award show, Jeff Keighley's getting.
Oh, by the way, you know what? We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Gonna get a 30-minute monologue about why Jeff Keighley is the worst.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, next topic.
All right. Okay. Horizon Forbidden West devs have detailed Aloy's new character model and assures the PS4 version won't be compromised. This is Horizon Forbidden West news. This comes from us through Michael Herodance at PSU.com. So check it out. Guerrilla Games has offered a closer look at Aloy's sumptuously detailed character in the forthcoming Horizon Forbidden West, which benefits greatly from the added technical power of the PlayStation 5. Having said that, the studio was quick to make sure that the PS4 version of Horizon Forbidden West won't be compromised in any way. In fact, Guerrilla Games revealed that the game was developed and tested both simultaneously on PS4 and PS5. Good to know, actually, because like a lot of us really thought that this was going to be just a PS5 only game. Speaking on the PlayStation blog, Guerrilla Games lead character artist commented, "We actually developed and tested the game simultaneously on both PS4 and PS5 because it's very important to us to, as a studio, to ensure PlayStation 4 players get an equally immersive experience. With our knowledge from Horizon Zero Dawn, we knew that we still had some unexplored resources that we can push the realism and quality of our character assets forward. It's great to now be able to tap into that knowledge and experience for the sequel." If you guys haven't had a chance, definitely go check out the PlayStation blog overview of Aloy's new look. Actually, I have a question, but I will get to that in a second. From an artistic point of view, Horizon Forbidden West really stands on the shoulders of a successfully established design foundation that was brokered in Horizon Zero Dawn. The most noticeable differences and improvements for Aloy in terms of technology is the push of facial and body capture accuracy, which I will say this: Sony properties have always been on that. Look at the original Uncharted Drake's Fortune. They devoted half of the resources of PS3 just to be able to get facial expressions on all characters correct. Mm-hmm. And then the rest was on movement and environment. So they devoted half of the cell processor. Half of the cell processor went into just getting the faces right. It's crazy. Horizon Forbidden West is scheduled for release on PS4 and PS5 February the 18th of 2022. So, do you think the updates to Aloy's looks had anything to do with the very shallow comments following the Horizon Forbidden West state of play earlier this year?
I wouldn't think so. I don't know anything about development though, to be quite honest. I don't know, but I know a lot of people were kind of upset that it was on PS4 and PS5, because we bought a new machine. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants it on the new machine. It was supposed to be. It's gonna run so much better if it's only on PS5. Everyone is convinced that it is.
Hold that thought for a second. All right, show of hands here. Who bought a PS5 or was planning to buy a PS5 for Horizon Zero Dawn?
I mean, I was.
For the podcast listeners out there, it's me. I'm the one.
I just wanted it because I'm spoiled.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted it too, and it was my selling point, and I hadn't even thought about it or heard that it was on PS4. But don't ever, 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 ever tell my wife. It only exists on PS5.
Watch she's outside the door listening to you right now.
Oh, dude, it would
Yeah.
not be shocking to me if she burst in here yelling at me for something, and just like made a thing of it, because she's not me. Like, my wife's awesome. Like, she's I have the best wife in the world, but she would come in here and just shit all over me, and you would all laugh and laugh.
Hey,
All right, Austin.
Nellie,
All right, Austin.
Nellie needs a PS5. So maybe we should tell your wife that it is coming to PS4. That way she'll make you sell it to Nellie. Then Nellie can have it.
Do not do that. She already likes the load times on Valhalla. Like, that's it. She's like, she went to go play with her phone because she does it on PS4 and it takes like 5 minutes, but on PS5 it's. She's like, oh shit!
Oh yeah.
I started doing something else. I wasn't ready.
Yeah. Oh man.
Horizon Zero Dawn wasn't a factor for me to get the PS5. The factor for me getting a PS5 was the fact that I'm one of the lead hosts of this show. that was a motivating factor, because I was actually going to sit back and wait, because I typically sit back and wait for systems after they launch, because sometimes launch consoles have glitches. Honestly, the PS5 hasn't given me any glitches, and I'm actually grateful for that.
Again, I'm spoiled. Eventually, I'm gonna have the PlayStation and the Xbox. That's
Nellie,
just how I roll.
Nellie, this is how you get those. Open up your DMs. I know your profile's locked on social media.
Open
There's a reason for that.
Don't listen to this, man. There's
Why do you think she's getting a new webcam? She's got to get the 4K going on.
Wait, there's a reason why my DMs are locked.
You getting the Logitech?
Quick story: a guy slid in my DMs, and he was just so in love with me and whatnot. I was like, "Listen, I gotta close this off because I don't have time for this right now."
not today, friend.
Not
this
today.
day.
Close my DMs and block them.
All right. So here's a follow-up question then. Should all developers take the same care with multiple versions of their games in the same manner that Guerrilla has with Horizon Forbidden West, meaning that they're actually going to put the same attention to detail into both versions of the game at the same time during development? Because we all know that some games are definitely lax on other systems. Like we have multiple releases and stuff, and do not dare say Cyberpunk.
No, I was about to say, because some games run smoother than other games. Like, let's say if you do a remake, it may lag on an older generation, but run smoothly on the next generation.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just say this for the original Horizon, who I was in the middle of platinuming when I got the PS5, and I carried my save over because I only had a few more trophies, and I was getting the trophies in the DLC, and it ran better on my PS5 just for the first game, even though that game was made for PS4, and
it hadn't been patched
faster.
yet. It hadn't been patched yet, right?
Yeah, so
because the PS5 performance patch just came out last month.
Exactly. So to me, it's like, and guys, there's gonna be so many PS5 games that are gonna come out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. There's gonna be plenty. And honestly, maybe we won't get another Horizon, but we're gonna get something that's gonna be a Horizon tier level of greatness, and you'll have all your PS5.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully everyone will have a PS5 at that time. Which, by the way, LeRon, I don't know if you added this one in the docket. They just sold 1 million units in the UK, UK alone.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, fastest selling console for UK.
That tiny little island.
Yep,
there's a lot of people there.
I know.
But yeah, it's we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get those games. It's gonna be good either way. It's not like it's ruined because it's on the PS4. Same for God of War too, because God of War is also going to be on PS4.
Yeah.
So, but
I feel like some developers will, especially in-house first-party studios. I think they will take a certain level of attention to detail for multiple versions of games on the consoles. But for the most part, when we look at companies like EA, Activision, stuff like that, I feel like they're already throwing their horse behind like the next gen versions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, like I'll use EA for an example. When the PS4 came out, notice how the Madden games like were better than like the PS3 games than their PS3 counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
It was already like they're utilizing the tech. As a matter of fact, NBA 2K on PS5 was a better game than it was on PS4.
Yeah.
So I feel like like when it comes to in-house first party studios, like they'll take that attention to detail. But for these other ones, they're gonna be like, nah, like the new system's out, we're throwing all our chips into that.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on this segment?
Nope. Not for me.
All right, cool. I don't know. It feels like we're just cruising.
Yeah.
I got kids to teach tomorrow, man.
You're right. That's why I'm like not saying too much.
Look, man. Look, man. We don't care about you molding the minds. We don't care about. Now we do.
You should.
We're trying to save.
Have you seen the adults?
Oh God, we're not even gonna go there. Okay, we're gonna hit our next topic. It's time for new and notable games coming out this week for PlayStation. All right, so for this week, the 27th of September to October 3rd, it's kind of a weird week because like it's the swing week. September winds to a close, but October is readying up to continue the pre-holiday rush of exciting and upcoming games. It's another huge week for new releases, although perhaps not stacked with as many high-profile releases as it was last week. So get ready. FIFA 22 is obviously the big one here, but the rest of the schedule is filled with smaller games. So starting us off here. Yesterday, the 27th September, the Ultimate Edition of FIFA 22 came out. The official release date for FIFA 22 is October the 1st, but if you want to get a head start on the FIFA, I forget what FUT, what that meant for, FIFA
Ultimate Team.
I don't think that's
Ultimate,
it though.
FIFA Ultimate Team. That's
It is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're going to want to get this version right now. That way, the Ultimate Edition will allow PS4 players to upgrade to the PS5 version, or the Xbox One owners to upgrade to the Xbox Series X and S version through the dual entitlement offer. FIFA 22 Ultimate Edition will be $100 for both or for across the platform. So just know that. Coming out today though. Today was actually a nice day. So I'm going to run off these games really fast. You've got Away, the survival series. You got Chernobyl Light, which was actually like a big talking topic during E3 this summer. Ghost Runner is coming out on PS5. In Sound Mind is on PS5 and PS4. Lemnis Gate is also coming out today. It has also come out today for PS5 and PS4. And there's a game called Unmetal.
Yes.
Okay. Now I get to talk about
watching the trailer now because I remember you telling me this. I'm watching the trailer now.
Okay, so basically, Unmetal is if Hideo Kojima's original Metal Gear from the NES meets Tropic Thunder. It's old school gaming goodness with like a modern twist, like because you'll get voiceovers and all this stuff. And at first I was like, Unmetal, I was like, what is this? And then I looked and I was like, oh, it's just another one of those weird Uki sprite games, that's going to be on the Switch, And I actually like sat down and looked at it some more. I was like, holy crap, this is Metal Gear.
Yeah,
this is Metal Gear.
I want to play this. I'm looking at it now.
Oh,
I like
loving
it.
It's on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fourth game I bought. That's the game I'll tell you I bought, So, thank you, Ken and Bridge of Spirits. You basically hurt my bank account this month.
I'm watching it now and he's like inside a giant piece of cheese running from rats.
Those aren't rats, those are killer squirrels.
It's even better.
Those aren't rats.
When he was in the bathroom, he was like, "You just saved my ass." They whoop dude up. That was great.
Am I gonna get Jack Black on cocaine in this game? Am I going to get
Unmetal is $20. It is $20 well spent, though. I can tell you that right now.
I'm definitely playing this game. I don't know if did any of you play the game Broforce?
Yes.
Did any of you play that game?
Yes.
Reminds me a lot of that. It's not the same game, of course. It's not even played the same, but it gives me those vibes, and I love that game. That game is so much fun. If you like 80s movies, violent movies, get Broforce.
I will say this: this game borrows so much from Metal Gear that I have to say this. Like, you know how like there's a stealth action in it, right? But also there's like a. You remember how you could lure like sentries in Metal Gear Solid away from their path? Mm-hmm. You can do this here, but on the flip side of it, right? If you can beat up the bad guys to like incapacitate them and get them out of your way and stuff like that. If you shoot one though, you have to perform field medic duties to keep them from dying.
I'm getting this game. I am getting this game. I'm getting this.
So I'm sorry for you guys. And just if I added more to your backlog, but I mean, if I have to be subjected to it, so do you.
Oh yeah, this is there. I can't wait.
All right. Okay. So coming out tomorrow on the 29th is A Juggler's Tale for PS5 and PS4. And on the 3rd of September, it's also a big day. We've got Astria Ascending for PS5 and PS4. We've also got eFootball PS 2021. Now that's supposed to be an interesting one because that's the free to play FIFA competitor. Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna come back to that in a second. We've also got Hot Wheels Unleashed coming out for PS5 and PS4. Also, Real Farm Premium Edition for PS5. Yes,
right.
$39.99. Go ahead, get you some.
Go ahead and get you some. All right.
And then we got Zhuan Yuan Sword 7. Wow, I can't believe I said that with a straight face and didn't screw that pronunciation up. That's coming out for PS4. XYS 7. So I don't tongue tie it. It's an action RPG with frenetic real-time combat, visceral 3D presentation, and a rich cinematic narrative. It's a celebration of ancient China's landscape, civilization, and culture, infused with the mystique of its own legends in a stark contrast to anachronistic technological designs. It is a world that is both familiar and mysterious, one of both science and spirituality, one that is waiting to be explored. You take on the role of the calm and reliable swordsman Taishi Zhao as he fights to protect his family and uncover the truth of a blight that threatens all of China. With a story deeply rooted in ancient Chinese history and mythology, XYS7 reimagines both as one fantastical and chaotic realm under the governance of the new Xin dynasty. It is coming out. It'll be $49.99. Check it out. I saw the previews of it, and it actually looks pretty good, which is why I gave like a whole little like synopsis for it.
I was about to say that was much longer than Hot Wheels Unleashed, which IGN gave a 9, by the way, because I just happened to go look at some of these other games, and I was like, holy shit, that's a Hot Wheels game. I just assumed that would be in the bargain bin by December, but hey, I might go buy it. It seems interesting.
No, Hot Wheels Unleashed looks pretty good, actually.
I saw the turtle van, and I was like, I gotta have that.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but I saw the track building stuff in there, and it looks really cool. And I have like a really big nostalgia for PS1 Hot Wheels racing games. Like, me and my friends played that for hours. That and the Muppets racing game. Those are the two racing games.
Oh god, the Muppets racing game. Oh
yeah.
God. Oh
I
god.
didn't know that was a thing, but
that was a thing.
I need to know more about it.
Yeah. Muppets Racing PS1. You got to check it out. It was a time. I didn't know Mario Kart 64 or anything like that. We had Muppet Racing. We knew Muppet Racing.
All right, and then lastly, on October the 1st, we have the standard edition for FIFA 2022, which is going to be $59.99 for PS4 and $69.99 for PS5. Pay attention to that. Notice how like it was all one price if you get the Ultimate Edition, but it's a staggered price for the other one. All right, so just note that. All right, so real quick, guys, which of this week's releases has you most excited?
Metal.
Unmetal.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels.
Unmetal and Hot Wheels. Honestly, those are the two games that got me.
Mm-hmm.
I impulse bought Unmetal, so there you go.
I will impulse buy it when I get paid on Thursday.
Yeah,
Can we get a Crossroads stamp of approval for Unmetal? Is that we giving that?
Wait,
official...
are we stamping it before playing it?
I mean, we stamped Kid. We stamped Kid before even playing it. So.
Okay, yeah, then we can stamp this one. Are we in agreement?
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody on the show just said they either bought it or are getting it. So I think that gets a Crossroads stamp of approval for this week.
Right?
Yeah. Hell, I might do a review on this game too.
Why not? You know, in the vein of shooters that are supposed to be funny, I need another Bad Company game. EA, if you're listening, give me Bad Company 3. I played the absolute
They're not.
Why? Why would they not do that?
They're not. They're not.
Insane. The second
they're not.
one
They're
is
too.
So good.
They're too busy screwing up Battlefield now. They're not.
I will be so. October is going to be a busy month for me because Battlefield. I do want to play it. I do want to try it, but Far Cry 6 is also going to be there.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's it for me. Far Cry.
If you guys didn't know, like all COVID did was shift every game that we wanted to the fall of this year. So
yeah.
So I hope your bank accounts, your grandmas, and all that stuff are ready.
It's not, but I'll find a way. I always find a way.
Hey, just getting the content, getting the content creation. That's what most grown folks do in this day and age now.
Listen, I've been trying to sell feet pics forever, man. It does. No one wants
to
see that,
well, hold on. According to the chat, you're trying to sell something else too. It was trying to get your wife to sign off on it.
Yeah, my wife did not sign off on. I tried. I wanted to. You're on your own, Austin. I was behind you until that stopped it.
Yeah. I don't. Listen, a man's got to get his game somehow, and if that means putting my DNA out in the world, that's just how it's got to go.
That is such. Oh man.
Now they did have questions about the Mountain Dew and donut thing, but we'll get there when we get there. I can stop that for a month or so to get DNA out there.
This is like the Eddie Murphy stand-up routine where it's like, I want to be a hoe.
Yeah, I it was a no at first from my wife, but I was like, oh no, they do it a new way. Like you can use robots. You don't actually have to do it with someone anymore. It's all fair now.
Okay, you guys send me brochures for this place. I need to see this.
I'm sorry. They were originally using real people, and now there's robots.
Like, and now there's robots. Like, what in the Matrix is going on here?
I want you to know that I've recently watched the most recent season of Rick and Morty, and all I see is the horse machine. For those of you who watched that, go.
I don't know if
if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But that's what I imagined.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I cannot describe it in any other way.
All right, wrapping up this real quickly. Does FIFA, with all its fancy features and everything, stand a chance against the virtually free-to-play aspect of eFootball PES 2021? What do you think? Do you think FIFA may be in trouble? Because I say virtually free to play, but there's basically microtransactions and all this stuff in PES. But honestly, there's a subset of people who like absolutely enjoy like free to play, like they never spend a dime on this free to play stuff, and they actually have a wonderful time and actually are competitive and like really make it worthwhile and stuff like that. Do you think FIFA might be in trouble?
I don't think so, because the problem that PES did was they took a few years off, and I feel like that
They did,
took
yeah.
a lot of. It took a lot of people.
Wait, Pro Evolution. We hadn't heard of Pro Evolution title since what, 18?
I was gonna say 17 or 18. I think was the last one, and it was competitive as far as reviews go. It never did the numbers that FIFA did, of course, because it doesn't have that EA publishing, advertisement out there. So I'm afraid that it's probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the soccer community. That's one of the sports I know least about, but I know for a fact that reviews, it was always kind of up there, but sales wise, everyone played FIFA. That's how everyone played online.
That's exactly how it is.
But it's free, so maybe.
I'm telling you, the power of free. Like if it still looks like a production level game, the power of free can be amazing.
Which is, I will be playing this. I definitely plan on downloading this because I want to see how well it plays. Because I still play FIFA every once in a while, but I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know, and I don't know what Konami's gonna do as far as, uh, you know, microtransactions. What their plan is. So
yeah. Can Konami even pull off microtransactions? Is the question.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just one big casino slot machine, and you just if you hit the jackpot, you get to play the game. I guess I don't know.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all of our news topics for tonight. We don't have any questions from the audience, so just remember, if you want your questions read on the show, tweet us at ps_crossroads or email us at crossroadspspod@gmail.com, or just hit us up on the Boss Rush Network Discord. We have our very own Crossroads PlayStation podcast server on the Discord. So yeah, it's time for the big topic tonight, y'all. We're here.
Let's do it.
We're here. We took a week off from the big topic, but we're back. We're back, and we're gonna slam you with it, right? Actually, it's not that hardcore of a topic tonight, but it is a nice one because Nvidia has confirmed that GeForce Now leak, that leak list is real.
I'm excited.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So just check it out if you're watching us live right now, and you're watching us live right now on the Twitch stream. Like all the links have been put out here because we're going to go through this one. We're going to have some fun talking about it. So, Nvidia has downplayed a recent data mine that appeared to reveal a number of unannounced games. It's been over a week now. That also had a number of PlayStation titles looking like they were coming to PC, including a Steam version of God of War. I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. Like, that's no surprise there. Like, ever since Sony realized how well of a cash machine they had going with PS4 games on the PC, it was inevitable that I have a funny feeling that almost every game that was basically available in the PlayStation Plus collection is going to show up on the PC. So yeah, get ready for Last of Us. Get ready for God of War. Get ready for Days Gone has already happened. Shoot, what am I missing? Oh, get ready for the Spider-Man games. Get ready.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 is already announced. Horizon already there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just get ready for it because
Detroit's on there.
Detroit's on there. Yeah. Like, trust me, it's coming. All right. In a blog post and accompanying video by developer Igor July, I think that actually pronounces that last name wrong. I think it's Julie in this particular sense, but I don't know. Like, I'm terrible at foreign names. I'm sorry if I'm always bastardizing names and stuff like that. I try to look up the pronunciations wherever I can, but please forgive me. Don't send a missile strike to my house, please. Don't.
He just makes it up as he goes along. Don't let him fool you.
Igor documented how he was able to access the database for Nvidia's streaming service. It included a list of titles compiled by SteamDB founder Pavel. Here we go again. Another name, Pavel Jundik. Featuring unannounced games like a Final Fantasy IX remake, BioShock RTX Remastered, I know Austin's digging that one because that means BioShock gets ray tracing.
Can't wait to just play that game again.
Oh man, can you wait? What was the name of the underwater city? I forget. What was it called? The Rapture, right?
Yeah,
Rapture.
Can you imagine that with the freaking RTX effects on and all that stuff? Oh my god! Like all the lights and the colors. As a matter of fact, like I can't wait for the Dead Space remaster because of RTX. I can't wait.
Yeah, I really hope that BioShock gets a treatment, which I think it well deserves the treatment that like Dead Space is getting, because I feel like a lot of people that go back and play that game, it's kind of rough to go back to, especially if you're really used to like first person shooters and stuff like that. And then maybe they can get rid of the pipe puzzle game, because I know that sets a lot of people off.
God.
Yeah, so I think if they just do that, it would be, I think there would be a new love for it, which is what I really want. But
there was also mention of a Resident Evil 4 remake, which we already know about, but it looks like it's actually coming to fruition, even though people like me are not really a fan of that.
I love that game.
We need Code Veronica, but that's just me.
We do. Yes, we do. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy remasters are coming. You know, that's been rumored for a while. Crisis 4.
Celebrating for some reason. I'm curious.
Giancarlo Stanton just hit another fucking home run. He hit a 3-run home run. We need to win the next 3 games.
See, I thought I was hearing some MLB earlier.
No, I muted myself. You haven't heard any baseball. I just cut it on because he was up to bat with 2 men on. So I was like, we heard it. Balls out. I thought I had it muted. My bad.
Nope, we heard it. Let's see.
I got it real quick. My bad.
a remastered version of Half-Life 2, previously unannounced Injustice 3, and a lot more. You know what? Just to save us some time here, I'm just going to go through some greatest hits of this list. We've got God of War, Returnal, and Demon Souls for PC. Now, Austin, haven't you and I been saying Demon Souls was coming to PC?
Oh yeah, I thought it already was.
No, it hadn't been announced yet. Had not been announced yet. But this is based off the leak from the database right here. But here were a couple of shockers here. A Chrono Cross remaster, a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. I'm telling you right now, I'm blowing some money if they say they're remastering Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't care.
I'd play that.
Hell, put it on Nintendo Switch. I don't care. I will buy it. The Final Fantasy 9 remake, which is probably just a reference to a more recent remaster. Street Fighter 6, which was part of it was Street Fighter 6, Dragon's Dogma, Monster Hunter 6. That was all part of a Capcom leak that happened last year. We've got Halo 5 Guardians coming for PC. I mean, it's not a shock that it's coming to PC, but it's more the fact that Halo 5 Guardians is coming. That's more the shock right there. Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming for PC, which we already kind of like got some word that's happening. Bayonetta 3 on PC, though? Whoa. Unannounced Kingdom Hearts 4, Mirror's Edge Remaster, Titanfall 3, Tekken 8, XCOM 3, Batman Arkham Knight Remaster. Actually, Arkham Knight does need a remaster. Like they need to try again with that one, honestly.
For sure. No, complete redo.
Yeah, I mean, if they would just cut all the tank stuff, that'd be great. But that game, that game is still, I swear, it is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. Is Arkham Knight? It's insane how that game looks. That's why I think it's taking forever for Suicide Squad and all that.
Gotham Knights. I really they need to hurry up with that game. They do.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this year. And,
it was.
Yeah, it's not anymore.
Yeah, and just for shits and giggles, Cities Skylines 2, which I'm all fan for city building sims, so stuff like that. So when I saw this on the list, I was like, oh hell yeah, because I got like one of the big bundles for City Skylines off a Humble Bundle, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. All right. So a few key points here. Unlike most titles on this list, God of War is specifically listed for release on Steam, which means that there's power behind that. Sony has a partnership with both Steam as well as Epic Game Store. So be prepared to see Kratos and Atreus wind up on PC. You know,
Mm.
PS5. The PS5 games Returnal and Demon Souls are also on this list, for example. But unlike God of War, they are not attributed to a distribution platform. You know what that means? That means like they could show up on either EGS or Steam.
Mm.
And the PC version of God of War could possibly be could be a possibility of Sony having recently acquired Nix's software to help bring its games to PC. I mean, that's kind of falling back on the first key point, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, guys, here for us here representing Crossroads, we feel that God of War is the next big title that's going to get announced for the PC?
Probably. I mean, it's a flagship title. I mean, if they're trying to make their ways onto the PC, it would have to. God of War's got to be there. It's going to pull the most
Probably,
people.
but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should be Bloodborne because that's what the PC people want.
That's honestly what the PC people want.
That's what they want.
Because remember, we said here a month or so ago that Bloodborne is the most played PS3 title on PS4 title on PlayStation Now on the PC.
Yeah,
it's amazing how PlayStation Now thrives on the PC. It's amazing.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if like 80% of that was Bloodborne. Like straight up. I can't believe Bloodborne is not on PC. They're just throwing away money by not putting it on.
You know what? Here's how you know. Here's how you know when you should be playing a game on the platform, on your preferred platform. If PC gamers are playing it or snatching it up, you should be playing this game. Like look what PC gamers did for Detroit Become Human. Look what they did for Horizon Zero Dawn. Look what they did for Days Gone even got a bump, and nobody on PlayStation liked that apparently. Death Stranding, same thing. You know.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that if PC gamers are playing it, you might want to pick it up.
There's so much in this leak, and we've already had a couple things disapprove. Like we had, the Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be not true. Titanfall 3, which I found that article, they said Respawn said that they are working on too many other games to develop Titanfall 3. But that doesn't mean someone else could be doing that. Someone else might be making Titanfall 3.
That's true.
But the one that scares me a little bit is there's a Borderlands that's titled The Last Borderlands, and I don't like the sound of that.
Why are you scared?
The sound of that.
Why are you scared?
I don't want The Last Borderlands. I like Borderlands.
I like Borderlands.
That just means there's one more Borderlands coming after Tiny Tina.
I was about to say, let's just say it's Tiny Tina.
If we get Tiny Tina Borderlands 2, I'd be okay with that. I already know I'm gonna like that game. Like it's already like a game I know I'm gonna like, unless it's just broken. But I can't wait. But also System Shock 3, that's pretty surprising. There's some stuff on here
I'm surprised though, because like System Shock 2 didn't do that well when they tried it on PS3, right?
I don't know if it was on.
Was it PS3?
PS3.
There was
I always thought it was a
system,
PC game.
There was a System Shock. I don't want to confuse the audience, so I'll look it up later.
But and then BioShock, whenever this game is coming out, whenever the sequel's coming out, just give it to me already. Jeez.
Or just give him the RTX remaster. He'll be happy.
Yeah, either way. Or Ken Levine, just give me your game, whatever it is. Just give me something. I'm desperate here.
That dude is chilling on some tropical island, with a coconut with a coconut drink in one hand.
And he is intentionally teasing me. He's like, "Yeah, we only got 10 people on this game. We're really taking our time with it. It's going to be huge." And he's probably just like, I don't know, reading romance novels on the beach somewhere.
I tell you what though, Ken Levine, Cliffy B, and Corey Barlog, those are the guys I would most like to have a drink with share a beer with at the bar in a bar somewhere.
I would kill to have a drink with Ken Levine. I would kill. Could you imagine Ken Levine and Hideo Kojima in the same
hold on. Apparently I heard Ken Levine was notorious for getting people shit faced at E3.
Ooh.
Don't tell me that, because after this Activision stuff, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that either.
Not in a sexual harassment type of way. No,
okay.
Like, no, he was a person that was like, if he liked you, it was bottle service all night.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not you getting roofied.
Yeah, I was like, that has different connotations now. I don't know anymore.
All right. Any final thoughts here?
I think this is just going to open up.
Edge.
I never played. I know another game I didn't play, but I've heard nothing but wonderful things about.
Mirror's Edge gave me motion sickness.
I didn't. It messed with me too. It just expands and opens the games up to more gamers, and that can't be a bad thing.
The only thing I don't like about this is it's like, well, E3 might be ruined. Like all the surprise announcements, like Final Fantasy IX remake and Final Fantasy Tactics remake, like that all would have been like, oh my god! But now it's gonna be like, oh yeah, we saw that in the video leak.
I am telling you, like Jesus Christ, a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, like. I wouldn't even have brought this topic to the floor if that game had not been on the list. I was like, Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. Hold on, we're talking about this. All right, it's coming up on about that time. I feel like we should wrap up. All right, everybody, that's our show for tonight. As always, we'd like to give a big thanks to you for tuning in to Crossroads PlayStation Podcast, as well as we appreciate you just for hanging out with us and hearing us talk about all our nonsense. It's crazy, but we love it. We love you. Before we head out, here's how you can get connected with our crew. Chris, plug yourself.
You can find me over at RealChrisTrue on Twitter. I don't really use anything else. For those of you who are interested in any kind of social, getting involved with any kind of social anything, you can reach out to me. If you want to do any kind of volunteer work with the Radical Hope Project, we are always looking for people to come on and volunteer to help out those that are incarcerated. And check out The Wall Behind and Beyond, hosted by my dude Philip Alvin Jones. He is groundbreakingly recording a podcast from while incarcerated, and he has done some incredible things over on that show, so definitely check them out.
Repeat it one more time. Repeat it one more time.
The Wall Behind and Beyond.
All right.
Somebody's cat is really pissed. Who has a cat? I hope
that would be Austin. That would be Austin.
As long as somebody has a cat.
And they're fighting. I have two and they're fighting now.
Oh.
One is twice as big as the other one. So I'll just tell you who's winning and who's screaming.
Yeah, my cat fits in my dog's mouth and keeps trying to fight it.
Nellie.
You can catch me on Twitter at Planet Nellie. Nellie is spelled N3LLIE. And you can catch me on Twitch at bratface_87.
Oh, wait. Austin, because I can see behind you is one of the cats in the cage.
Yeah, that's he literally has to be put in timeout. He has to get put in this cage, man, because he does not leave the other cat alone. He's got mad fuck you problems. Like he's the guy that walks into the bar and says, "I'm fighting someone tonight."
I have friends like that. They're not fun.
Wait. Is he a former feral cat? Is it?
No, he's never been outside, right? He's I don't know. Yeah, he's an annoying little brother for sure. Because he lays in bed, he'll cuddle next to you, pet you, and then he'll just claw you for no reason. Like he'll stick out his claw and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, let's fight." And then we don't fight him, so he fights the other cat that's half his size.
All right, and since you're talking, go ahead and plug yourself, man.
I'm at PlayStation. I'm like Chris. I don't use anything but Twitter. And you could maybe see pictures of the cats when they're not screaming.
All right, and as always, you can catch me on social media on my various Twitch and YouTube channels, as well as my gamer tag. It's all Exodus803, EXODUS803, and that's how you reach out to us. Is there any franchise that has released more misfires than Sonic the Hedgehog? The reason why I said it like that is because our fellow friend here at Boss Rush, Blocks, asked the question: is Sonic gaming's worst franchise? And that's all going down right now on the September 27th edition of Boss Rush Banner. Real quickly, guys, is Sonic the worst gaming franchise?
No.
Absolutely not.
Austin?
No. But if we were basing it on like who's released the most blunders, I could make a case that Zelda's got some pretty bad games. And I don't know how many bad Sonic games there are, but there are some bad.
Sorry.
Ooh,
Other than the Philips Magnavant
shots
Zelda
fired.
Game, which Zelda game is bad?
Zelda 2?
Okay, sorry. Besides Link's Awakening and the Philips Magnavant.
Wait, no. Link's Awakening is a different game. And Link's Awakening is a good ass Zelda game.
Oh, yeah, Link's Awakening is amazing. That's what I was saying. I said Link. No, that's what I meant. What the fuck was the second one? It has something. Is Link's something? Link's
Spirit
Adventure.
Tracks.
No, that was a
Link's Adventure.
Yeah, that was bad.
That's it.
Yeah. There's some
Zelda 2, the adventure of
There
Link.
has never been a like main console that bad Zelda game outside of 2.
All right.
I will argue that to my death.
Look what we did. All I did was ask a question. Look what we
We're
did.
trying to get done, Austin. Look what you got done.
We'll talk about this in another episode.
All right. Part 4 of Shane Kelly's journey into Kickstarter continues, and so then I just backed it. And check out Eddie V's review of Lake, which Austin was talking about a little bit earlier. That's out right now on Xbox One, Series X, and Stream. There's plenty of other shows and editorials over at bossrush.net, so go over ahead and check them out. Don't forget about our Discord. We'd love to hear and see from you there. And always remember, you can find us at PS_Crossroads on Twitter. This has been episode 54 of Crossroads PlayStation Podcast. Come back and join us next week, where we'll be back with more hot topics, big talks, and everything else in the world of PlayStation and gaming. The Boss Rush Games family wants you all to have a great night. Go out there, play games, be better. We love you. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
All right, where am I fighting Austin at?
Look, I do not condone fighting on this show.